The 2020 Battle of Admiral workout number 3 is an AMRAP. For 20 minutes, you'll complete as many rounds and repetitions of 10 push-ups, 20 sit-ups, and 30 squats. Your total score is the number of rounds completed plus any additional reps in the 20-minute time frame.
Every rep of the push-up begins at the top of the rep. The athlete should try to go down and then back up without any break in the movement, with the chest touching the floor at the bottom and arms locked out at the top. Faults you might see would be not getting chest to the floor at the bottom of the repetition. We also might see not locking out at the top of the repetition. We want to make sure you go all the way down and then all the way up in that push-up movement. If you're scaling the push-up, you can use a box with the same standard. Chest touches the box all the way to lockout each time. If you don't have a box or item to do elevated push-ups on, you may go to your knees with the same standards for scaled division. Chest to the floor, all the way up to lockout at the top. On the sit-ups, we see the shoulder blades touch the floor at the back of each repetition, and at the front, at the top, the fingers or hands should actually touch the ground in front of the toes. So shoulder blades touch the back, fingertips or hands touch at the front. Here you see an athlete not allowing their shoulder blades touch at the back end, where they're trying to shorten the movement. That would be a no rep. You may also see an athlete not touching the ground in front of their toes at the top. Here you see an athlete actually reaching his hands out over his toes, but is not touching the floor. Or that may also touch the ground, but you touch the ground or your feet and don't hit the ground out in front of the toes. If you are scaling this, you can just go as far forward as possible. On the air squats, we should squat below parallel every repetition. That means hips below the knees, and stand all the way up so the knees and hips are fully extended at the top. Faults in the squat would be not hitting a parallel depth. Now, if you are scaling this workout, go as deep as possible. Otherwise, you need to hit parallel for RX. You may also see a fault of not fully extending at the top. Here we see the athlete maybe extending the knees, but not the hips, where they kind of keep a bent posture at the top. Here's a little bit less egregious version as well. Still, the hips remain closed at the top of those